Thank you for stopping by. We truly appreciate your time and support. Whether you're here for the first time or coming back, it means a lot to have you with us on this journey. There's always something new to discover. Now let's go and get to where we want to get to.
You can be going through a breakup you didn't want, even if you were the one to ask for the breakup. And I know that this group of people don't get much love. They don't get much support because others are feeling like, well, you made that choice, so how can you be hurting about it? When they don't realize that decision that you made probably came from a ton of work that you did. Forgiving somebody over and over again, asking for what you needed, recognizing that as much as you love this person, they couldn't bring to you what you needed to push that relationship forward in a healthy way. So if you're going through a breakup where you asked for it, I want you to feel like this was probably the last thing on your list that you wanted to do, but really felt as though you had to. And change is going to come because of that. Change wasn't happening. You saw it, probably people around you saw it. And the person that you were in the relationship with absolutely saw that too. So if you had to make that difficult choice, don't sit in a place of guilt. Sit in a place of, this is what I really had to do. I had to honor my feelings. I had to speak up for myself. I had to make a move because nothing was changing. Because if something was changing and growing and getting better, you probably wouldn't have made that choice. But it wasn't. So sit in the place of, this is something you really had to do. It took bravery to get there. It took courage that a lot of us don't have. A lot of us fizzle within relationships and just keep giving and giving and shrinking because we don't have the courage to say, this has to stop. So if you had the courage to say, this cycle isn't working, this pattern is not working, this relationship as it stands isn't working, even if you have a ton of love for that person, this could be the start of something new. Something new, whether that person is going to meet you where you are and you're going to have a much better relationship than you had, or you are going to finally break free of someone who couldn't give you a future. They weren't going to give it to you, no matter how hard you tried, and you deserve a future. So sit with the decision that you made. Be brave, be courageous. Know that you're not going to get the support that you think. Know that you're going to deal with a lot of guilty feelings, a lot of pain. The grief doesn't stop just because you ended the relationship. You're going to grieve just like anybody else. And so allow all of those feelings to happen. Allow yourself to go through it. And then know that on the other side of this is something better. It's something better with it, whether it's them or somebody else. Something better is at the end of this really difficult road. That's with any breakup. Really, something better is coming. Hang on.
Something better is always a turning point in people's lives. As she said it, it happens continually in the future. Luckily, we don't have to ask anyone for such a change because that type of universal movement is already automatic. She understands that her friend has already begun the breakup feature and will soon start seeing changes in her life. But what are they looking for? Who has the power to implement those changes? How are they to behave? The answer is simple. Those things that you are looking for are natural in your life. There is nothing you need to do. If you have a brand new divorce, you already are behaving accordingly. What is in your mind is automatically in the rest of your body. You never have to implement a new construct. You do so because someone is telling you to do it, and they have a way to ask you for a fee. You'll never need to pay for a fee. You already know everything you need to know.
This is a video for anybody who's recently gone through a breakup. So for those of you that are happily in a relationship, get lost and leave me with the sad, lonely people. All right, now that those losers are gone, I want to give you some advice that I hope can help you get through this really difficult time. For one thing, I want you to remember, you're going to be okay, and all of this will make sense someday. I know it doesn't feel like it in the moment, but I promise you, you're going to meet somebody someday that's going to make you look back at how you feel right now, and you're going to go, that was probably a waste of my life to feel that way. I've been through a number of breakups in my life. There is none of them that I look back on and go, that was the one, that breakup wasn't supposed to happen. Yes, it was. It was supposed to, and it should have. There's a tremendous amount of catharsis in just accepting that over the course of your life, some things and some people are going to come, and some are going to stay, and some are going to leave. The things that are right for you will stay, and the things that are not right for you will leave. So while I know that that doesn't diminish the pain of the moment, I promise you, you are not going to feel like this forever, and that someday this is all going to make sense. The way that I look at breakups is it is a death and a rebirth, okay? It's going to give you the motivation to make the changes in yourself that you've always wanted to make. And then you're going to come out on the other side of those changes a better person in whatever ways that you define better. Smarter, physically stronger, emotionally stronger, with a six-pack, like whatever changes you want to make for yourself. And then someday, after you've made those changes, you're going to meet somebody who's going to align to that better version of you. So give yourself time to grieve, give yourself time to heal, give yourself time to make some of those changes that you've always wanted to make, and then I promise you the right person will come along at the right time. I know that that sounds like some freaky deaky voodoo thing that Hollywood has romanticized forever, but it's based on truth. I've seen it happen. The exact right thing for you will come along at the exact right time. And I know that that doesn't make sense right now given where you are, but it's because it's not the right time yet. The right person will be there at the right time. You just need to trust the timing of your life. While we're on the topic of timing, do not give yourself a healing time frame. Don't say, oh, I'll feel better in 2 months and 3 months and 6 years, whatever, okay? Because if you don't feel better in that time frame, then you're going to be mad at yourself when you shouldn't. The pain of losing somebody in a breakup is very real. It's different for everybody. It depends on the situation, the person, the people involved. It could take a week. It could take years. Equate it almost to like a physical injury, where it's like it kind of depends on the severity of the situation is how long typically it takes for you to recover from it. In the meantime, while you're still hurting, I want to remind you, I promise you, you are not going to feel this way forever. So while that's not any consolation in the moment, it's important to just remain grateful for the love you still have in your life. It could be your cat, your dog, your parents, whoever you still have in your life that still loves you. Those people are the most important. Remain grateful for every single day and for the things that you love to do in life, because those are the things that are meant for you, and the person that left isn't. And someday, you're going to meet somebody that is. So just hang in there. And in the meantime, can I have your ex's number? Because I heard she's single. I'm sorry. I just couldn't be serious for that long without making a joke.
Trouble does not come to you because it's missing. It comes to you because you requested it. In a way, many modalities that have visited you have requested to be with you, and for however long or short you require. And you think, I don't like this feeling of loneliness or perhaps broken heart. You will fortunately have many adventures, but that is what life is. An assortment of chances. They will continually change your life, both for the good and the bad. Unfortunately, you will never know which is which, because they come and go, given your preference. So, as the gentleman put it, you just have to be patient. No one can help you. For you, it's known as a waiting game. But I can tell you this, in your life, many options will occur and they will be yours to manage.
I just want to remind women that you got to be really careful to keep your husband, because if you don't, your life could wind up looking like this. You know, a fire, and a tree, and a dog, and a remote, and some trash TV, and a book, and a computer, and a paycheck.
Necessities are the only items required for human comfort. The problem is, what are necessities? Is it a castle with many rooms and windows, or a small cottage having everything you need in its place? Or a single room, impact with the essentials, including a dog? It is difficult to tell, but as you can see, everything down to a paycheck is mentioned. Everything has its value while it occupies its time. Consider the hostess of this small apartment. Unfortunately, she has chosen this life for now. It will serve her well until she decides to change it. She may do it alone or maybe with a partner. Nothing stays recurrent forever. She will find a different place eventually, one that might suit her better. But that is not what she's looking for. Clearly, she is looking for a man. We will see what she is confronted with. All she really has is time. Thank you for your valuable time today. It is our choice that we spend this time together. While you may or may not see some of these videos for what they are, always remember these are only two choices that are given to us to make our best decision. We don't know whether they're winners or losers, no one does. It is simply an abstract thought, helping to make you think. Thanks again.